Welcome back to Tilster, where we help you unleash your potential. Today, we're focusing on one of the most important aspects of your lower body movements, hip mobility. Whether you're struggling to go deep in your squats or find it hard to stabilize during lunges, this routine will help you unlock better range of motion and improve your form. So, why is hip mobility important for exercises like squats and lunges? The hips are the foundation of your lower body movements. If your hip flexors, glutes, and surrounding muscles are tight, your range of motion is limited, making it hard to hit full depth and causing compensations elsewhere, leading to potential injury. A lack of hip mobility also leads to poor form in lunges, where your hips might tilt or your lower back compensates. Benefits of hip mobility: better squat depth, improved balance in lunges, reduced strain on knees and lower back, enhanced athletic performance. Let's quickly dive into the anatomy of the hip. The hip joint is a ball and socket joint, which gives it a large range of motion in multiple directions: flexion, extension, internal and external rotation, and abduction. Hip flexors: iliopsoas, rectus femoris. Glutes: gluteus maximus, medius, minimus. When these muscles are tight or weak, it limits the joint's ability to move freely. That's why a well-rounded hip mobility routine is crucial. Before diving into deep mobility work, it's essential to warm up the muscles and get the blood flowing. Let's go through a 10-minute warm-up you should do before every hip mobility session. Leg swings, front to back and side to side, 1 minute per leg. This dynamic movement helps loosen up the hip joint, getting it ready for mobility work. Hip circles, standing or on all fours, 1 minute per side. Think of this like lubricating your hip joint, moving it through a full range of motion. Glute bridges, 2 sets of 15 reps. A great way to activate your glutes and open up your hip flexors before mobility drills. World's greatest stretch, 5 reps per side. This full body movement stretches the hip flexors, hamstrings, and thoracic spine, giving you an all-in-one warm-up. Now, let's get into the mobility routine. This sequence is designed to open up your hips from every angle, improving flexibility and control. 90/90 hip switches, 3 sets of 10 reps. This drill works on internal and external hip rotation, essential for squats and lunges. Hip flexor stretch, with overhead reach, 3 sets of 30-second holds per side. Tight hip flexors limit your squat depth. This stretch lengthens those muscles and improves posture. Frog stretch, 3 sets of 30-second holds. This deep stretch works your inner thighs and helps open up your hips for better squat positioning. Pigeon pose, 3 sets of 30-second holds per side. A staple in hip mobility, pigeon pose targets the glutes and hip rotators, essential for deeper squats. Cossack squats, 3 sets of 8 reps per side. This movement is great for developing strength and flexibility in the hip adductors and groin. Hip cars, controlled articular rotations, 2 sets of 5 slow circles per leg. Controlled rotations help you develop active control and stability in your hip joint. Now that we've improved mobility, it's time to strengthen the muscles around the hips to stabilize your movements during squats and lunges. Banded lateral walks, 3 sets of 10 steps per side. This strengthens your glute medius, improving lateral stability and control. Single leg glute bridge, 3 sets of 12 reps per side. Focusing on one leg at a time improves hip stability and ensures equal strength between sides. Hip thrusts are excellent for developing glute strength, which supports hip mobility and squat depth. So, how often should you be working on hip mobility? Ideally, aim for 2-3 times per week, especially before lower body workouts. Consistency is key to seeing improvement. Tips for consistency: add this routine as part of your warm-up before squats or lunges. If you're tight, it may help to do a few drills daily to keep the hips loose. Remember, mobility is about both flexibility and strength, so include strengthening exercises as well. To wrap things up, remember that hip mobility is essential for squats, lunges, and overall lower body strength. Improved mobility means better form, reduced risk of injury, and greater gains in strength and performance. Keep working on it regularly, and you'll see the difference. Do the warm-up and mobility drills 2-3 times a week. Combine mobility with strength work. Consistency is the key to progress. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how your mobility is improving. Keep unleashing your potential with Tilster.